Alright, today we're going to be looking at areas of parallelograms. By the end of this lesson, you want to be able to find the area of parallelograms. So on a parallelogram, there's two different measurements that we talk about. The base, which on a parallelogram can be any one of the sides, and its height, which is the distance from the base to the opposite side of the parallelogram. And it must be perpendicular or form a right angle with the two sides. So if we have my parallelogram over here, if I make this my base, then what happens is we drop down a side that forms a 90-degree angle, and that would be our height. Because we can't actually use the height, we can't use the length of the side here because it's tilted, so it doesn't give us the true height, that length. Alright, so we just want to identify the height and base of each parallelogram. Okay, so on our first one here, 6 would be our base, and 8 would be our height. The 12 is just extra information that we don't need. On our next one, because it's a rectangle, and because this is a right angle, this is our base, and 2 inches would be our height. On this last one, 5 feet is our base, and then this one's a little bit different. That 4 feet, that line is outside, but it still comes all the way down, so 4 feet would be our height. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the area of each parallelogram. If you notice on your little grids you don't have one, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw one in. Now this first parallelogram that I'm drawing is actually in the shape of a rectangle, and I did that on purpose just to make it a little bit easier. So remember, when it comes to area, we're actually just going ahead and counting all the little boxes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. So this would be 56 units squared. Now, as you notice, that can take forever. So another thing we can do is, if we notice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 across the side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 up, we take 8 times 7, that equals 56, which is also our area. So let's try drawing another parallelogram on the next grid. Okay, so if we look at this parallelogram, we can count the spaces again. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. These two will kind of make these two together will kind of make 22, 23, 24, 25. Approximation, because it's not exactly accurate with my drawing skills. But what we can notice is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across the bottom. And if we look at the height, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So, oops, not 6 times 6. It's about 24 units squared, just like here. So we can summarize by saying the area of a parallelogram is equal to its length times its width. Because if we went back and counted here, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's a better count. I must have counted one twice last time. So there should be 24 units squared. And the reason we say square units is because they are covered with little squares. So if we go down here to this rectangle, we can actually shortcut its area by taking its length, which is 8, times its width, which is 2, and we get 16, in this case meters, squared. So you go ahead and pause the video and try this last one on your own. Hopefully you see that the area is equal to 5 times 7, which would be 35, and in this case centimeters squared. Now I want you to pause the video and try this last problem on your own. See what you come up with and then check your answer. Josh and I made a parallelogram shaped picture frame to display some of his artwork. We want to find the area of the artwork that will be visible in the frame. So there you can see the picture of my frame. We see that its base is 18 centimeters, its height is 12 centimeters. So I'm going to do 18 times 12, which I can also break up into 18 and 10 plus 2, because then that gives me 180 plus 36. And when I add 180 plus 36, I get 216, so it would be 216 centimeters squared.